Hey friends, welcome to Watcher of Realms conversation. Mainly we'll start from the event section. As you're aware by now fairly well that tomorrow the weekend summon starts. We're going to have our crazy invocation of spirits, that's the blue rare shards, and the crazy divine summoning, which is the divine summons, the legendary ones, and both will be 2x for the legendaries, as is clearly mentioned over here. However, please don't use this. There is something below. So let's look at that. Get one random legendary hero upon summoning one during the event. This is a one-off offer. So this is the 1+1. You get one legendary, you get an additional one. Please don't do this too. Why? Only players who are starting new proceed forward with the surprise invocation of spirits. That is the 1+1. So you'll get everything that is available above over here. And don't get caught up with 2x legendary. The legendary rates are, let me show you. Legendary rates for lords is 0.04%, and for legendaries is 0.46. So it will become double of that, which will be 0.92. Hardly matters. Why? Under normal circumstances, that is useful, but not for both, even the divines. Why is what I'm going to cover over here. 1+1 is where you can actually still do. You have a chance of getting some legendary, but don't go too high a number. If you get, great. Otherwise, hold on. Why? Because during the weekend, there is going to be a banner which will have 15x for two types of heroes. And that's where, just waiting 2 days is not too much of a difference. Hang on and go for that one. Now there are different kinds of players. There's a beginning player. Do your pulls as and when you feel like. Doesn't really matter. The mid-range, please hold off for the Sunday, which is 22nd of December. All your summons. So let's go straight away over there. What is the big deal about this? In addition to the event's fixed featured hero, which is Lyra over here, there she is. She is the fixed featured hero for this particular weekend. She belongs to two factions, Infernal and Esotericist. She's a mage, magic mage. Along with her, excluding lords from the invocation spirit pool, you get to select another legendary hero of your choice. And that's the conversation that I would like to have further. So just hold off, everybody. All your pity and everything, just hold it till the Sunday. You will be able to decide which hero you want. There is another thing that has now popped up. Obviously, it's available in the write-ups. We will peep in there also. That there is Nascent summoning happening starting 23rd, which is Monday, 23rd December, till 25th. During the event, the first legendary hero summoned is guaranteed to be an unknown one. This can be activated only once. And this, the special thing about this Nascent summoning is it's written Nascent Divine Summoning. So you get to only use your divine shards for this. We all know that the pity for divine shards is 20. And well, in certain cases, it goes all the way there. Otherwise, you get it early. This is fill in the gap of a specific hero that you're missing. So that'll be useful. And all the heroes of the non-ancient exclusives are going to be included in that. And the special event heroes like Kigiri, Anora, Dahlia, and all that. So they won't be there. So this is something, but the lords will be there. So this is something really worth. So if you're missing a lord, and that's the only, or if you're missing like in my case, I'm missing very few of the regulars, and I'm missing a few that I will go to the gallery and we will talk. So hold your divines for that. That's why I said don't go for this 2x divines. Hold the divines for this. and hold everything for this. Now let's go into the notes. So this is just an indication for those who want to go through notes. You can actually go ahead and read stuff. Event notice, yeah, over here, as to what is going to happen during this particular weekend. So we will have surprise invocation of spirit starting tomorrow, crazy summoning starting tomorrow, frostfall lucky pick. So that is going to come on 22nd, which is Sunday. Along with legendary hero Lyra, you get to select another hero of your choice, which is a non-lord hero, as the 15x second featured hero. So that's that, and the Nascent divine summoning explained over here. Very clearly, the bonus legendary hero summoned from this event is limited to the listed heroes, excluding heroes exclusive to events or ancient summoning. So that's that. Now this is where a lot of mid to high-end players will come in. So obviously I'm speaking to the mid players mostly. High-end fellows already know what to do because they've gone through this multiple times. Now come to this collaboration right at the end, because there's some collaboration benefits for certain geographies like the US and all is available. So look at that. Now we are going to get into the gallery. So this is my gallery, and gallery has got the 5 fellows: fighters, defenders, marksmen, mages, and healers. Now why am I over here? 2 reasons. First one I'll cover is for the Nascent. So the non-event and the non-ancients that are presently not with you are going to be available through the Nascent divine summoning. So saving the divine crystals and using them during that particular period is way more valuable. When you look at it, who are the ones that I'm missing? So these are all divines that I'm missing. Sorry, ancients that I'm missing. Lugaru, Elder, if I remember, is Elder there in the King Horse is there, Elder is not there. So Elder is ancients. Elder, then Captain Claw. They're all, and Talon, they're all ancients, ancient exclusives. Then Phineas, Lord Phineas, I don't have. You know, so amongst fighters, Lord Phineas is the only one that I don't have. Move forward. These are all ancients and events, so they won't. He is the second hero that I don't have, and I don't even have a legendary Northerner Lord. So that also I would like to point out. Ancient exclusive. So that's the second hero that I don't have amongst. Again, there is no one that I require. And then the next hero pops up. All are ancient exclusive except Morrigan. So I don't have Morrigan. I don't have a legendary for the cultist. Look at it over here. All, I think Tallulah is the regular banner chick that I don't have. Rest are ancient exclusives, so I don't have them. Gwendolyn is ancient exclusive very clearly. So there are 4 heroes that I don't have, and hence Nascent becomes important. There is a good possibility of me getting Tallulah, Morrigan, King Hearts, or yes. Now who is my top priority in this? I would prefer to get King Hearts or Morrigan very, very clearly. And between the 2 of them, I would like it to be King Horse. That's the kind of a situation that we will have. There will be limited heroes that are there. And then during the Nascent, keeping all the divine crystals unused from this moment onwards helps us fill the gap of that important hero. And in my case, when you look at it, the 2 lords, both the lords I don't have legendary. So I would love to get them. And that would start impacting my game, because while I've finished the cultist faction trials, the Northerners is the last and the tough and the crazy one that's there. I would want King Hars to participate in that. So that's why he's my top expectation. Of course, I would like to get the next one is Morrigan. So the lords are sorted, and Tallulah and Lord Phineas will show up because Nascent is going to happen. So, over the next 3 to 4 months, that should hopefully get covered. There are new heroes that are joining up. So that's that. So that's the logic for the Nascent. You get to fill important gaps or get a chance to fill those important gaps. There you go. Now, we move forward to who is the second hero that can be paired with Lyra for that particular summon. So, I have a radical thought on this. Lyra is a magic mage. So, automatically, out of the 5 options, we have fighter, marksman, healer, defender, and mages. There is no point in having a second mage on the 15x. Because Lyra, yes, people will say that, well, 15x doesn't guarantee the hero and so on and so forth. Understood. But 15x gives you 15 times the chance to get the hero. So, surely on this banner, avoid a mage. Unless you have a really burning requirement of a specific mage, which still does not justify to go for a mage, the second option as a mage. So let me highlight that particular part, that it's blindly not put into effect. There you are. So that's one. Now we go back into the gallery, and I'm going to go at it from my perspective, because each one, how I'm going about it, should be able to help. Now, very clearly, I would love to get Awakenings for a mage, but I'm going to clearly not look at it. And ideally, I'm speaking to the early game and mid game players, not the end game. End game players don't pull on this banner at all, because you would have enough mages and you don't need Lyra. I'm going to do some 20 or maybe 30 pulls on this particular banner, only to be able to decide the second 15x option, and hoping that I get the second 15x option and not Lyra. Well, if I get both, that's great. But the aim is to get within that, something like that. So purely dependent on luck. Why? I would love to have to complete A5 of Vienna, but no, this is not the time. And also Kameth, but no, this is also not the time. I am going to aim for my Silas A2, because I have an A1 Silas, and if I can get an A2 Silas, automatically that one unpolished crystal soul stone that is there goes straight to Silas. He becomes A3 and starts impacting gameplay at a different level. He is the first and the topmost hero that I'm going to recommend to every player. You could start the game today, get Silas to be the second featured hero, because getting the top hero that is going to be useful throughout the game is going to be very important. And for my third awakening, this is the part that is going to impact, because he's going to buff another buddy and start whacking harder. Now, one indicator is he is useful throughout the game. You can actually see from the rating that he has got. So that's Silas for you. I will let you tap and go through the kit. There's enough content that has been made regarding Silas's greatness and utility, so I will skip that just to keep the video a little more sensible in terms of size. The next hero within the marksman is going to be Hatsut. Very rare hero, and you can very clearly see how useful she is throughout the game in all kinds of gameplay. So this is how hero's worth is decided. You look at the hero and see the hero's utility. The third hero to be looked at, if you have Silas and Hatsut, is Hex. Hex's utility across the game can be again seen. Really good. However, between Hex and Silas, I choose Silas first and then Hex. Even though Hex is a magic damager, he blasts through heavy armor. So that is useful, but then it's very much possible there are other options and so on and so forth. So I would suggest to aim for Silas, and then you can toss a coin between Hatsut and Hex very clearly. Because Hex's requirement again is more against the bosses. They are tough, they are really badass. So Silas and Hex combine together for me to wipe them off at top speed. And then, of course, Gilboss, Epoch 1, Epoch 2, that's where they're carrying one team. They're in two separate teams and they basically lead that particular team. So that's the part that I wanted to speak about the marksman. There are others, but from the regular lot, even Setram is good, but he's got, you won't use him everywhere. Their cost is very less. When you look at their cost, they can be deployed at top speed and they're going to be used way more. Setram is brought in against the bosses to blast shields, and that's where his job ends, because other three marksmen will get used a lot more. Nyx, brilliant, but again, she is a little bit of a niche because she comes in that Pelagios Codex, and I think that's where she is, and various other places. But still, Silas, Hex, and Hatsut are more used. So that's in the marksman. So you can very clearly look at that. However, I would like to highlight, if you don't have Eloin, don't think, just put her on the 15x and try to get her, because she's going to change your game experience to a completely different level. She heals, she cleanses, she also very, very clearly has the ability to cover many other parts wherever a ground unit can be placed using her, via her elf that cleanses and heals super fast. Absolutely top hero. And when you look at it, I'm going to go over here and showcase Eloin. That's the second one I would like to try to get. If she shows up, I would love to give the second soul stone to ensure that she reaches Awaken 3, because each basic attack launched has 20% chance to dispel debuffs from all allies. Having the 20% chance via normal attack process is fantastic. Otherwise, currently the cleanse is only possible through her ultimate. So I would love to have A3. And whenever she becomes A5, she becomes, but A3 is the target for her. That's how I picked up her soul stone and got her to A1, where she's already doing some brilliant stuff. So these are the two heroes that at my level, where I'm moving towards endgame, are extremely important, which means you can imagine at the beginning of the game, you acquire these heroes, they will be completely a different game changer experience for you. Going back, amongst the defenders, no, there are already fantastic defender like Olag. You get free from Void Rift and you can build forward and level up. However, there is one legendary one that rises above everybody, and you can actually look at Brokir. But I would not urge you to. Brokir will arrive. He pops in. Not worth 15x. 15x is a once in a while opportunity to create a possibility of getting a specific hero. We move to the last one, that is the fighters, and there are some game-changing fighters that are worth getting. Zillitu and Arrogance are the two fellows that you can actually aim for. I would, depending on which powerful lord you have as a legendary, you can choose, but everybody has got Wrath, so you can always get Arrogance. So between the two of them, I would rate Arrogance higher, and then Zillitu, even though she is absolutely fantastic, but Arrogance for covering both the ground and air, and you can actually see from the rating. He has one of the best ratings out there, the lowest one being AoE DPS 4.7. So technically he is almost a 5 everywhere. And that already says a story all across the game. He'll be useful throughout the game. You look at her rating, she is also there, fairly there. A couple of small misses in the bottom, doesn't change much, but arrogance, top focus to get, zeal to the next one. So those are the two that I will clearly recommend to put in the 15x. Obviously, arrogance recently went, so some of you guys will have. So if you already have arrogance, go for zeal 2, but ensure that you have these two, because this is an opportunity to choose your hero to try and get that particular hero in very clearly. The rest of the heroes are event heroes, so obviously you cannot get them, like Kigiri or Lust, so they won't be available. Volca is available from free by completing the quest and the whole process, and you'll get your awakenings from Tide. And this guy, Salazar, is available through fusion, so we don't even need to look. The other hero worth looking is Valkyra. I just need to double confirm whether she is there. So when we look at it, which are the heroes that are present and available? So you have all the in your 15x. You don't have the lords available, so we'll skip that. All the heroes that you see over here, that is Zealous, Valkyra, Calypso, Nocturne, Setram, Comet, Valeria, all these fellows are available, and hence Valk is the third one that I will recommend because of her playing some unique roles and really building forward in case you already have arrogance and zealot. Valk is third. She's not first. For me, she's not first. And I'm coming not from likes or dislikes. I'm coming from how much I use her. So when in all across the game, I use arrogance more often than its niche and specifics where I use zealot. But if I have to choose without any much of a thought, arrogance is automatically my first option. Zeal 2 comes in, and then Valk goes. So Valk and Zeal 2 sometimes compete with each other. So that should give you some kind of an idea as to what you can actually get. Now, if you already have these three, then you obviously have a choice whether to go for the awakenings or not. However, please remember, there is another hero, limited 200 summons, guaranteed hero coming, which is SunWuKong, and we will come to that last part. So these are the options that exist, and hence I would urge these two to be clear focus and Valkyra to be the third. That's it. So you have got in fighters, arrogance, Zeal 2, and Valkyra. Of course, I have skipped and will do a soft mention of Magda and Twyla. Magda, unique. She pushes back heroes and does magic damage. Excellent hero. And Twyla obviously has a bond skill with Hex and is also a brilliant hero worth getting. So, but the priority, when you look at it, I am suggesting heroes that you'll use more often at most places. And depending on what your roster has, you can take a call, but those are the indicative ones from me. We'll skip this. Coming down over here, Silas, Hatsut, and a coin toss between Hatsut and Hex. And in terms of mages, the only one I can suggest is Comet, Vienna, Boreas. That's it. But since Lyra is one of the options, I would urge skip this. But you can still take a call. Anora is excellent, but she is an event hero. Dahlia, event hero, so cannot get that. In the healers, the only one that's worth putting on the 15x in case you don't have is Eloin. Totally worth getting. You may have tried on many of her 15x banners that came in the last 3-4 months. No problem. She's worth trying. Of course, I'm fully aware that all of you guys, most of you guys would have received that compensation gift where you have a choice to choose the heroes. If you haven't chosen Eloin and went ahead with somebody else and still don't have Eloin, please aim for it through this. While all I have said is from my perspective, it's indicative structurally, primarily aimed to empower you to think in that particular direction and provide you food for thought. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just providing you food for thought so that you can process out your own solutions. Now, I'm going to move forward into this. So we have got SunWuKong as a hero that is coming. It has been indicated when the hero is coming. So you can see these videos, clearly get an idea. You just need to tap and automatically you'll go to YouTube and you'll be able to see the hero videos. You can also see hero details of Lyra. Obviously, she's available through even the event route. Event notice, very clearly explained and covered. This is done. I'm just trying to complete all possibilities. There was some stuff, so I'm just trying to see if I have missed anything. So SunWuKong, we have also discussed all the stuff that is going to arrive around his time in terms of events and rewards and so on and so forth. And there's a lot of rewards coming. So you will get a lot of chances to pull and get a lot of stuff around that time. I'm going to just zip into Discord for a quick view of some event related stuff that is happening over there connected to SunWuKong. So it's worth knowing and making a choice and planning for it. Friends, in case you have not, please use this particular CD key, Holiday Cheer Xmas. It's available till 24th of December. There are two blue, rare, that is the blue summoning shards, and one stamina, big stamina pot available. So just collect it. We'll skip this. Also, I would say join the Discord channel, which will give you some kind of a indicator and live news instead of depending on somebody to provide news, which is also not a bad idea, but still. You can also over here find out all kinds of information of heroes that are coming. So you'll see Lyra, where she can be used, what are the gear sets that are recommended, and what is the artifact that is recommended. Here it's Tear of Twilight. Tear of Twilight is one of the top artifacts that's recommended to all mages. We have got SunWuKong's costume over here. So, and his announcement. So he arrives on 27th of December. That's when the whole festivities will start. I think it's for about 6 or 7 days. So you can actually plan for it and go full hog in terms of getting it. There is a video, so you can just click the link and check the video out. There is another thing that is connected to him. Arrival of SunWuKong. So there is special stuff planned around in I think New York, Times Square. Restaurants, certain goodies and gifts are going to be given with SunWuKong and also Lyra. So I would suggest to come to the Discord and read that, fully described and explained with dates. And then we have got forms that you can click and fill those forms and so on and so forth to put your name for stuff that has to happen over there, if you want to participate, of course. This is Are You Ready to Meet? That's on 21st. 2 cosplayers will portray WuKong and Lyra and meet with players on the streets of Times Square in New York. That'll be fantastic. I think these are the 2 players that have been planned. Merkuma, Lyra cosplay, and Mania cosplays. So are they players? Wow, that'll be fantastic. To learn more about cosplayers, feel free to visit the social media pages. Merkuma's Instagram is there, and Mania Cosplay's Instagram links are there, so you can actually go and check that out. So this is something, and 27th of December is the arrival of SunWuKong. So keep your resources and so on and so forth there. Also, you don't need to be hassled during the event. There is going to be a lot of resources that is going to be available. So you're going to get a lot of summon crystals and so on and so forth. We will go over here and you can come and check the details. In this event series, it's very clearly announced that during the SunWuKong process, summoning items equivalent to 70 summons is going to be available, including 11 ancient shards and 3 legendary skill crystals. So you'll be able to skill him up also. That's a lot of summons that's going to be available during the week. So during the event of SunWuKong, so you don't need to get him on day one. You can get him at the last moment also. Doesn't matter. You still have the hero. So there is a possibility of getting him from within the goodies that he's coming with. His skin is going to be available, which is clear. Sign-in reward. It's going to be one of the sign-in rewards, which is amazing. That's how grand the game is going to make him. So that's that. There is a map, exciting events, and various other stuff to be able to get. And SunWuKong's exclusive artifact is available, avatar, border, emote, and chat bubble. So all the stuff is available and you can actually get all of that during that particular period. So I've covered everything. Some of the important aspects to remember is you don't need to necessarily summon on the Lyra banner, because Lyra, the moment the banner passes on, is going to be automatically available within the game. That's it. I will give the example of Tallulah, as Tallulah has now become available and can be paired with Lyra. I would have liked to have got Tallulah, but I ended up getting 2 arrogance, and hence my arrogance automatically reached A5. He is completely a menace and operates amazing as an A5. So that took care of it. Otherwise, I was constantly itching to just skip it and pair Tallulah with Lyra. So sometimes those kinds of discussions and decisions happen within the self. I'm going to leave each one of you to decide. Good luck with your summons. Good luck with the holiday celebrations and safe travels wherever many of you guys are traveling, because already a lot of people have started traveling with the weekend just around the corner. So next week is a shut off week. Having said that, I wish you good luck of your choice wherever you are, and I become the happiest, totally thrilled when I see my fellow players get quality heroes, because I know when I get them how it impacts my mood and how it impacts my playing fun quotient. So I wish and feel the same for y'all. Thanks for watching. Trust all my conversations help. Do share. I would urge that more and more from the community like this video and subscribe to the channel, and also do share what your thoughts are in terms of my logics, because it'll help me understand things. Also, it's not just one-way traffic that I keep talking and you listen, but it's also about me hearing your perspectives. So yes, I am a content creator, but at the same time I would love to hear also. So that's it. Cheers, and catch you in the next video.